Okay, so I had this conversation with a client yesterday, and I thought this would make for a good educational post. She was talking about there was this study that she saw on Google where they were quoting a study. It was just a Google article where they were comparing these two groups. And one group, they did 6 reps 5 days a week. Okay, 6 reps 5 days a week on curls. And then the other group did 30 reps on one day. So say on Monday, they did all 30 of their reps, but the other group did 6 reps every day for 5 days. And so the volume comes out the same. They both did 30 reps as far as that part of the volume comes out the same. And then she said, so what was interesting on the study is what she said was that the group that did the 6 reps every day actually saw more growth than the group that just did the 30 reps. Okay, so again, they did the same amount of reps, but the one that spread it out saw more growth. Now, from everything I've read and kind of knowing physiology and stuff like that, the first question I asked her was the weight the same? Okay, and that part she said she didn't know, like they didn't say that in the study. But if you do read something like this, I'm just encouraging you to think like this, because you have to, because if the weight wasn't the same, then I completely agree that the group that's doing the less reps is going to see more, because at the end of the week, it's more volume. What I mean by that is, okay, say the group that's doing 30 reps is using, because it's 30 reps, it's more reps, they're using 20-pound dumbbells to curl, okay, for the 30 reps. But say because the other group, the other controlled group, is doing only 6 reps, well, they're grabbing more weight, because naturally, if they're going to do less reps, ideally you would grab more weight for 6 reps. So therefore, at the end of the week, they have a ton more stress into this tissue because it's more volume. And if it's a challenging rep, we know that, again, that's more stress. Now, if the weight was the same, okay? If the weight was the same, then 100% from everything that science says and practical experience says as well, is that the group that does the 30 reps would see more gains if the weight was the same. What I mean by that is because they're getting a harder set. So if their set's close to failure, let's just say, again, let's go with the 20-pound dumbbells, and around 30 reps, it gets hard. Then because they are, at those last couple reps we know what really makes you grow, they're stressing the tissue way more. So they're gonna see a lot more gains than the one just doing 6 reps. So if you do 6 reps with the 20s and it's not hard, you're not sending a signal to the cells so that they communicate saying, hey, lay down more tissue, there's stuff happening here. So therefore, again, you're not going to get the adaptation. I know that, I can say that confidently. So really what I'm getting at is when you read this stuff on Google or wherever, you have to think outside the box, or make sure you pay attention to the other stuff if it's on there, because those are really important things. Another thing she said, which was great, she was really understanding it and thinking kind of outside the box and more in depth as well. And I had a professor in college that really kind of helped me learn how to really read studies and then break them down as well, because all that stuff matters so much. And what I'm getting at is what she said was another thing that they didn't state, but is super important. She said, wouldn't this be important if someone is like someone who's lifted for years or an untrained individual? And absolutely, if they don't state that, and if there's a untrained individual, we know if they haven't done anything may cause an adaptation at first. So that's something to note as well. So all that stuff, there's so many things that goes into it. You have to take note of that. So and that's good to bring up, and why I wanted to post this